here.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite Slick Talker's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at BadCube Slick, which is their take on Swerve, which is a retool of their Grump, which is actually Gears. Sheesh. Now that that's out of the way, let's take a look at this fella. I just want to point out straight away, transformed in one time, huge stress mark, same exact area as Grump. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say individual results will not vary. If yours doesn't look that way, fine. The first thing that sticks out to me is, look, that is Swerve's color. And that is much more red. I don't know why these third-party companies keep going with this like coral color for him, but I don't necessarily care for it. It's fine, but it's just like, I don't know. There's a couple things with this that annoy the hell out of me. Pardon my French. But the gun store's there. This didn't get the same loving treatment as Grump's with the chromish, it's like the sparkly blue paint. I think I say chrome, and no, it doesn't matter. You guys know what I'm talking about. And single cast, like this is the same sort of grayish plastic with those little swirls in it, which is ultimately fine. And then he gets a alternate head as well, which is okay. It's I don't know. It's a very bizarre choice, I feel like, for an alternate face, but I'm sure it references something specifically that I'm just not thinking of at the moment. So all in all, if it means something to you, good. You have that option. Here he is next to Tire Tracks. And, you know, as we saw with Gears, it's the same. This one looks like, I don't know, it doesn't do it for me as much. I think because the color to me is off, and then the clear windows show a lot more because of the brighter colors. So it just ends up looking like, I don't know, just like more of a toy, you know, and less of something to be taken seriously. And the corals don't match either, like on the paint and the plastic. Like the blues, they did a great job with Grump of matching them. Not really the case here. But it rolls, and the windshield wipers are painted. This little piece is painted. The white is painted. That's translucent plastic over top of silver, which is a nice effect. Back there is painted. It's, you know, there's the underbelly. Do we look at the bottom of Gears? I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's not really... There's some weird decisions that were made here, but I'm not going to take too much of your time talking about it now. We'll talk about it here in a second. So that's Transformer. We get to go from alt mode to robot mode, which we rarely get to do here, which is nice. For those this is their first video I'm watching, I always go how they come in the box unless we get two of the same mold. Like this is two of the same mold. So we did it with Gears from bot to robot. I mean, from bot to car. Now we'll go with Swerve from car to bot. All right, so let's just get started. We've got to untab all this stuff in order to free the leg, bend it down and straighten it, and we'll go ahead and do the same on this side as well, just to kind of get this party started. And then we just got to sort these panels out. Now, in the instructions, and I think the official transformation, they have it, that plugs in like that. They have it so that you collapse here, and then this peg goes into there, and that forms the back of the bot. But then you have this big hollow cavity, and I don't care for it. So I'm not doing that. If you like it, you win, but I'm not doing it. I'm closing it up like they have on Gears because that's what I think looks best. Even though you see this pin here, I'm good. I'm all right with that. We have to open up this foot, which is a bit of a bear. There, and roll the footboard in, and that's one leg done. And on this one, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to straighten the knee, and we're going to bring this down and rotate it in, and we're going to capture that peg there. We got to bring it in the other way. And then we're going to rotate, let's see, we're going to rotate this in. We got to break this this connection here. And we got to flip this foot out, which is also a pain. And rotate the footboard in. And then rotate the wheel in. Once again, if you want to have the official way, you can plug this in like this. And you can have that big empty gap, but you have the tires on the side, which is a Swerve thing, and I get it. But I can't. I can't bear it. I'm sorry. So those are the legs done. Open up the windshield here. It's a bit of a tight tolerance. Just get her open. Bring the arms out. You want to flip the arm on that ball peg around to the opposite side. And then this is where things get a little wonky, but untab that. You can spin this around 180 and tuck it in there. Now, as you notice, this is different because it doesn't have these two sections connected to it like Gears did. And I honestly think that that was an error in judgment. I really and truly do. And then we can close that up. You can tab in these side pieces here now. And then we can open up this, bring the hand out and close it up. Hand out, close it up. All right, so now we just need to do the part that's hard to transform the opposite way, and going into vehicle mode is a lot easier. So collapse the tires, and now with these, the armatures are on the outside of the head, so you just bring them down, and you're supposed to cover down on top of the shoulders. But I don't see a way. I guess you put the arm inside. It doesn't work. I'm going to rotate this around. I'm going to fold these in. Close that up. And it's just like, I don't know. It's goofy. It's goofy. But that's him pretty much in a nutshell. And, you know, you can do anything you want with this. I think in the box, these actually come up on top like this. I can't remember now. I think they do. But obviously they go down over the shoulders. But I wish there was a way where you could have tucked them inside of here like you could with, like, why do you don't need them? That's fine. Like this, that's fine. Like, and they're not even screwed. If they were screwed, I would unscrew them. I would unscrew them and I'd throw the panels in the box. I'll get them cleaned up. We'll take a look at them. So let's talk about them. The head is on a ball joint. You get up to there and then down to there, and then you kind of have to like work to get it to swivel. It will go a little bit over to there, so not much. This top piece doesn't move. It looks like it should, but I can't get it to. Not the best. Silver paint on the face, blue paint on the visor. These kind of work similar to an SH Figuarts, except Figuarts would have had them on the on the shoulder, which would have been better. Another stress mark right there. But what you do is you use this ball peg here that's attached at a hinge at the chest, which gets you the articulation all the way up to there, down to there, and then you use the ball peg to get the swivel, bicep swivel, single jointed elbow that's well sculpted that gets you a little bit past 90 degrees, a slight wrist hinge, I guess I should have mentioned that on Gears, nose swivel, which it should have, and then you just get it in the position you want it, and then try your best to cover down with the joint, with this piece of kibble to hide it. And then of course you articulate the tire to get it around. You know, it all depends on what pose you want to do, how you want to work the kibble piece. Not the best. Holds the gun just fine, as you can see. You can open this up here, and we got some sculpted detail underneath. This all looks really good. The black, the white paint, the red paint. The red paint could have used a second coat, but all in all, this looks really sharp. Waist swivel. Universals for hips. Out to there. Down to there. Forward and back. This is all a sculpt issue, but because they sculpted these things in the front thigh, that's as far forward as you get. That was dumb. That was a dumb choice. Yeah, just poor decision making. Double jointed knee that gets you 90 degrees, a little shy, but I say we give it to him. Ankle tilt down, up, rocker, and swivel. So the feet are really well done. And I'll show you the back of the figure. There it is. And honestly, it doesn't look as good as Gears either. So yeah. And size comparison wise, there he is with some of the other later season mini bots. And I think he fits in fine, relatively speaking. His shoulders don't fit in fine necessarily, but you know, outside of that. And there he is with the Maketoys Swerve, just for S&Gs. Unfortunately, this one has a lot more problems than the Gears does, you know, all in all. Like, it's just not as effective. I feel like there's less everything. Everything that went into Gears that was positive, or everything that went into Gears that was negative is here. Everything that went into Gears that was positive is here. It's just less. From paint to articulation, like just down the line, the same stress marks. It's frustrating. There's a lot wrong here. The shoulders are obnoxious. It's obnoxious. You should have just been able to tuck them away and be done with it, you know. But instead, you're stuck having to deal with them, and they're just not efficiently done. It's a bummer. To have the proper Swerve transformation, you're supposed to have hollow legs in the back, and that's just unacceptable for me for a masterpiece style figure. There's just a lot wrong, you know, and I don't know. It's as if they figured out how to make Gears kind of work, and then they were just, you know, they just phoned the rest of it in. Yo, what's up, buddy? No, I'm just finishing up these Swerve designs. Yeah, I know I had to work on Swerve. I know you got to work on Gears, but I had to work on... What? Gears works! Meet you in the bar in 10! Jordan! Positives wise, the paint, where it is applied well. I don't know, man. There's good sculpt work. Like, there's good sculpt work in the head and the face and some of the details down in the calves and so forth. The materials are good, except they are stressing, so they're not. It's I don't know. It's tough. I don't recommend this. This was not a good purchase for me. It's a bummer. It's a dud. You know, BadCube. It's funny because. Like, BadCube was my fourth favorite company. Like, they were like always like striving for that third place spot in my mind, and they've fallen down. Like, I like their hoist. I mean, I like their Trailbreaker, pardon me, but I don't like their hoist. Their Gears is kind of okay, and then this is less than okay. So, and it's a bummer because I think that they are passionate about what they do. And I think they care. It's hard to tell with here. Pardon me, I'm getting a beer out as I speak. But it is nice about this fridge being right here next to my little display place. But I think that they care. I just don't. I don't know. They're slacking to me, and there's a lot of poor decisions made back to back to back, and I can't recommend this. And I've actually been talking to them a little bit, like we exchanged a few emails, and you know, I was like, look, I'd love to look at some of your products if, you know, get that early look for you guys, and you know, and it's just, I'm sure that I've shot myself in the foot over the last couple of reviews because, you know, they were definitely paying attention, but you know what, like, I don't care. Like, I'd love to work with some of these companies in order to get stuff early to take a look at and maybe even give advice. Like, some of my Toyworld advice that I did for Primorion, apparently Toyworld took into account and are making changes. Like, that's awesome. But I ultimately don't care. I got the money. I'll buy this stuff. I don't need you to ship it to me for free. I don't care about any of that. It's better for me to say what the problems are, and hopefully you still see the video and make some changes in future products for something else that I'm going to buy. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.